overworld and mixed quest dungeons. So there can be some first quest secrets in the overworld. There can be some second quest secrets. 3 larges though, so the economy is going to be based on first quest.
Yeah, having the potential of having 3 large secrets has kept kept things from being too poverty in these Elite 8 seeds. So often this makes it one less thing to worry about compared to all the other obstacles that they have.
And actually, I just realized I haven't explained what the book as an atlas means. Basically, all that means is if you pick on the book, you have all the maps for all the dungeons, and that makes more sense because we have second quest dungeon, mixed quest dungeons, which means one of the first map, the 1 to 6 map, will be of one quest, and the 7, 8, and 9 maps will be the second quest, or vice versa. We won't know until we have definitive information on which one dungeon is.
Right, and without the dungeon labels, we're going to be mostly relying on shapes and hoping to find at least one easy dungeon so we can get some information on the others.
Well, we potentially need that ladder because there's 2 potential river spots and also the power bracelets on the coast, which unlocks at least 4 more. And we have some ending roads here. One leads to Second Quest 5. One leads to Second Quest Magic Eggs. One puts you close to the vanilla power bracelet spot. That's not bad. I didn't see where the 4th one was.
Maybe we'll double back to that, but getting into these Armo statues will give them another check, as this is a good early check because we're looking for open caves, not only for the sword, but then also we're looking for that Armos item and see if we can get that pretty early as well.
And we have a Takeny Cave, grabbing a candle that is also very useful to have in the early game. Gives you a meager combat advantage, and yeah, the other flags are present as well from the other flags. Plus or minus 4 HP on the enemies and bosses. I think that's still in play. But we also have second quest enemies to deal with. Oh, and that's our Armos item, is it? Alright. Recorder.
Yep. We got a recorder, so far in terms of the items we found on the overworld, it's just unlocking more overworlds, so it's going to be interesting how that plays out.
Yeah. That recorder actually is a lot more useful. There's a guaranteed recorder cave at first quest level 2, but other than that, 9 possible extra caves. And we get some beefy blue octos. No easy bombs here. And we have our first dungeon sighting, so based on its entry point, could be first quest 3?
That makes sense so far. We'll have to keep on waiting this one out a little bit.
Oh, we have another dungeon here. That one's in a really awkward position.
Yeah, that's speaking quest 2, one of the later dungeons there, so it could very well follow suit that we've got a quest 1 level 3 to contrast against the quest 2 later dungeons.
Yeah. It was too little information there. That could have been first quest 6. Given the map position. And we have our sword. It's at the river. Good spot for that.
Well, this time you're not paying for hints for a sword, you just get a sword. And Redbird found a large secret over at Vanilla 3, which is 112 for a large secret this time.
Okay, not the best, but it's still better than average. Those large secrets have a variance of 50 rupees, so at least roll high, but not too high. And we have a compass here, and that is indeed level 1 that Antlers has found. That has to be level 1. So we do have first quest. That's 1 through 6, which means we only have one Horngry to deal with. Thank goodness. But that means we do have one-way staircases in 7, 8, and 9. And in level 8 and 9, we do have walk-through walls as well, which will make things a little more complex. That's an interesting starting location there for Chest Jerk. I don't know which dungeon that is, but it's immediately ladder blocked in with the manhandler to boot. Oof.
Chat's also pointing out that bombs were found at the price of 2. And
Very nice.
And also our mid secret's 28, so we're kind of good on money right now.
Not quite. 20 rupees for repair. Oof.
Well, at least our mid secret's beating the door repair, which is usually what I look for in terms of who's winning the money fight.
So I think this is actually level 6 for antlers. If it goes up here, then that is absolutely the case. No. 4 across the bottom, but like that? 5. Okay, yeah, this is level 7. This is one of our later dungeons here on Antler's End.
Our runners are all over the place right now, exploring different dungeons, and so it's going to be kind of interesting to keep up with. But also is finding that red landmola room without the wooden sword, just like I believe Redbird did earlier, and is probably going to have to bail out of this dungeon pretty soon.
Yeah, especially with there being Stalfos around. Normally they wouldn't be too much of an issue, but those Stalfos in second quest can shoot Lionel beams to just deal 2 hearts. Oh, and we got Wizdrobes in the dungeon now. So is currently diving. I don't know which one this is.
We got a hint of Digdogger gazes along the coast, but who knows if that's right or not.
That's correct. Like we said, folks, this is mixed or deceptive hints. They are gonna look like truthful hints, but they could be lying.
Yeah, we're getting some confidence about Alsoa being level 3 right now, but on top of Landmolas, we also found some Wizdrobes, so if this is level 3, this staircase ought to be an item.
It is, and it is our silver arrows! Presumably in 3. Very nice find for Alsoa, but now the question is, where's the bow?
Yeah, Silver's is definitely a nice find. It makes toughing through some early Wizdrobes a lot nicer, and he gets a heart for his trouble too, so that's pretty good.
Unfortunately, Chester tries to check Casino Corner, but takes a death on the overworld back to our starting screen. Which is not a bad starting screen if you find that ladder and the power bridge and get that power bridge, because that's a free push block right there.
It might be a free push block, or we can't be guaranteed, I believe, with mixed overworld. But hey, at least free health, unless it's both, unless it's there for both quests.
It is the take any road vanilla locations are considered freebies. Those are always there minimally.
Oh, okay. But hey, if you have to go back to start, you're at least going to get your health back.
Yeah, there's actually right there. There's actually a fairy fountain right next to that spot too. That's actually a good starting screen for Elite 8. Nice string wrap there for Chest Jerk, just tricking the map into thinking that they're on the edge of somewhere else. And gets the letter in First Quest 5. Not bad.
We confirm the Redbird is in level 1, so we've got the first set of dungeons being Quest 1, which
That's
makes
right.
sense since we already think that we saw level 3.
Yep, so that means it was level 3 most likely. We're getting a map here. That is, I think, level 7.
That's a spiral.
That's either 7 or 8. It's been a long time since I've seen maps of Zelda second quest, but at least we'll have only one Hungry Gorilla to worry about. That's nice to have.
Yeah, I think that's 7, because I specifically remember second quest 7 at least feeling a little nicer sometimes. It depends on how the randomizer rolls, of course.
Yeah, there's no walk-through walls here. There is 4 pairs of transports with, I think, 1 additional one-way staircase. So there's a lot of staircases to dig for here in second quest 7. Ah, yes, Redbird Grad doing one of the Kananaki tricks. Basically tricking the game into letting him go through a door as all the others open. You have to kill the last enemy in a shuttered door room. It is triggered on clear. And then you can just walk through any door, even a key door.
Chat asking if the white sword hint can be deceptive. Yeah, no, nothing sacred in this one.
Yeah. There is... Basically, it's a... I guess you can consider it a... I don't know what the word is, but there's the white sword! It's her white sword item. How about that? Fred?
Dang it, Fred.
Well, actually, it could also be a cheaper white sword. We find the wand, though, in level 1. That's a good find.
The discount white sword.
Yeah. You can still use it when you're cursed by the red bubbles, which are permanent, unless you get a full heal, no reset, or touch a blue one.
But it also makes the book even less valuable since it puts on the downside of adding some fire to the wand hits.
Yeah, but...
Antler's paying the mugger over in his corner to get into the wrong side of a shoot room, but it was also blocking the Triforce, so decides to pay a bomb.
And... That Triforce is available. Antlers doesn't know it yet. And I don't know how many heart or containers it is for that white sword, but we have also with it.
Yeah, also with 6 hearts, it was guaranteed to pick it up regardless, so we just don't know if it could have been 4 or 5.
Yeah, 5 is the vanilla, the true vanilla amount. So, one of our things that we're looking for, of course, is level 9. Remember that I said it's random Triforces. That means it can be as many as the vanilla 8, or as little as 0. We could have access to level 9 right now, and not even know it.
Now, of course, we know silvers can't be in level 9, but the bow could still be in level 9.
And, to answer the question in chat, no, Dungeon Heart Shuffle is not on. We are playing under the Elite 8 flags of the tournament here. So if you're familiar with those rules the rules that we're using over there, same applies here.
It looks like Manhandle is going to be guarding the floor drop item in level 1 here, so lowish HP on it since Wand Blast can kill the sides here pretty quickly.
Yeah, it looks like it's either roll -1 or it's just a very tame landmills. And no, it's not a floor drop blocking here.
Oh, okay. I thought this was going to be the last room that Redbird had to check in level 1, but maybe it's this one.
Yeah, and we are still looking for that the Triforce's requirement for 9. We have yet to find it. We found a few items though. We found pretty much all of our exploratory items except for the raft. And we're in that red dungeon, orange dungeon again. And this, given its starting screen, this has to be second quest 8 that also was stumbled on. And it is well and truly ladder blocked unless you can go straight down here. Yep, it's a walkthrough wall. That is level 8. Because the only other thing that will walk through walls is level 9, and we will know if it's level 9.
Oh yeah, and unfortunately I'm experiencing my commentator nightmare right now with players in 4 different dungeons right now.
Yeah, we got 1 in 7, 1 finding 1. I don't know where Chester is. I think that's level 6. There's the Grumble Grumble. So, the meat block's in 8. That's just 2 items, though. Oh, jeez! Suddenly locked in a room with blue lamb molas. That is not a net friendly sight. And Redbird regret finding the red ring, apparently. Or wait, I thought his palette was the red ring.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't think he's actually picked up the red ring yet.
Could be been the floor drop in level 1. We weren't paying too much attention there. Wood sword for Chestrick. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, it was the floor drop in level 1, so that's our 2 items there.
Okay, that would make sense because I wouldn't see why Redbird would bail out of that. I gotta assume he picked up the Triforce too. I haven't seen his pause screen though. Okay, so it was in the room with the blue whiz robes, and it was just, I think he just kind of came on top of it before he saw what it was.
And we find the book in level 4. Thank you for that, Redbird.
Interesting they picked it up considering he has a wand, but I guess he just had to value information above certain other negative aspects, so that's interesting.
Well, with the random start screen for our dungeons, it can be a little bit confusing, especially in the later quests, to figure out where you are. And Antlers has the first Triforce in 7. Leaving, though, I don't think we saw the item in 7, did we? Looks to be bomb blocked.
Hey, he was looking for an item for a good long time, too, because he had access to that Triforce pretty early on.
It must be in the tail. Which, I don't blame him if he was going to ignore that, because that's a long stretch of single rooms to go through in level 7.
Yeah, it looks like Redbird's going to go find his way to the south of that tea room so he can pick up that Triforce in level 4.
And we have bunnies.
And it's not going to be an easy route to the lower part of there. I wonder if he'll... well, we don't have a ladder to clip through, so he's going to have to find a way around.
Yep. While trying to Gleeok. Very low HP Gleeok, though. That was over in a flash. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
It's a true ladder block. I don't think you can get to the Triforce in 4. And no, I think by virtue of that ladder block, it's also the item you can't get there.
Yeah, Redbird checking that Pulse Voice room again just to be sure, but I guess he's just going to have to mark that and come back. And Vanilla Wood Sword Cave.
Oh no, we already found the item for it. I'm done.
Yeah, it was the book, so he was just going for the Triforce, since we don't know how many we need for level 9 yet.
Oh, there's our magical sword. It's actually 1 square south of, or 1 square north rather, of Vanilla Wood Sword.
Alright, Alsoa is going to pick up his book as well. So we've got 2 in level 1, 1 in level 4, and then we've got Redbird going back into level 1. I guess he didn't pick up the Triforce there. He's going back for it.
Yeah. I think the matter of the fact was he didn't have a bomb or a key. Because it looks like he's going back with the key in hand now. Oh, there's Sunland blocking his way, but it doesn't look like it was anything major. Unless he needed to get around this key door here.
No, I guess he just didn't double back for it, so I tracked it too early, but now Redbird has the Triforce in level 1.
Yep, and that means, Oh yeah, we can hopefully just need that 1 Triforce. And that is level 3. So, yeah, confirm that Silver Sword 3.
You know, Chester's still diving for this. He found the one. That's the first item. Now he's going to dive for the second item. And I'm kind of curious how long it's going to be until he decides to bite the bullet and fight all those Wizrobes.
Now, so with the Triforce at 4, so there was a way to that Triforce. It's not ladder blocked.
Yes, he didn't pick up that ladder, I don't think. So there must have been a staircase leading there or something.
No, there's no staircase in level 4.
Yeah, good point. I'll have to check a start screen.
And now Solo with 245 rupees, not picking that up. Just tearing through the seat here.
Yeah, Antler's avoiding those blue Wizrobes. Unfortunately, that's the room that he needs to clear out, and he's going to get bodied to death by that Manhandler instead.
Yeah, Manhandler. That's the one thing I kind of don't like about Manhandler is that it gets really speedy when it gets damaged.
Also, coming across the wood sword already has the candle and the white sword, though, so that is a particularly useless find for him at this point.
Yeah. And we're seeing Asoa back in 1 here. Probably gonna die for the some keys.
Actually, I don't think he's been here yet.
Maybe.
Yeah, because 1 was a 1 in the red ring, and he has neither of those items.
That's true.
Yeah, chat, there's nothing stopping level 9 from being power bracelet blocked at this point, so that could be a possibility, especially since it's currently sitting on the coast waiting for a ladder to be found.
Yeah. And we know level 8 has the ladder, or at least requires the ladder as well, because there's no way to get around that ladder block unless you bump south. But with like 6 different staircases you can go, 2 of which are one way, could just simply be a staircase situation there in level 8. It's not really an ideal place to dig. Here's the Silver Sword Redbird Grad.
So Redbird, with part of the puzzle here, still the Triforce amount is unknown.
Now, we just got an interesting hint here. Level 2 is by the grave. Whether or not that's true or not is yet to be determined, but we haven't been by the grave yet, I don't think.
One person passed through there real fast, but I think that's actually where Also got a leg up on everybody else. He found a dungeon or 2 out there and got some easy hearts.
Oh, maybe that's where we need to go. Maybe our ladder's in 2. Just on the floor waiting for someone to pick it up. Like the second room in or something. I don't know.
Well, time will tell. Meanwhile, I think Antlers has kind of narrowed the floor drop item to this blue Wizrobe room, which is correct. So he's playing the door dancing game with some really rude Wizrobes.
I didn't even know how far deep into that doorway he was at the time.
And Chester confirming that the white sword item can be picked up on 5 hearts, so he gets his white sword item at 5 hearts.
Game, please. That is true vanilla.
And unfortunately, everybody's too healthy to confirm whether or not it could be picked up at 4, so we're just going to have to say vanilla white sword in a different location.
And the Triforce in 3 picked up by Redbird Grad. Thankfully, doesn't have to deal with the land molas there.
Nope, just waiting for him, and with the silvers picked up and the Triforce picked up, he's done. Antler's got his red ring and the Triforce out of 1, and is going to go look for the next one.
And Chester is going to be looking around the graveyard, hopefully trying to find our grave spot. And there is a recorder spot here in the grave that not many people check, I don't think. Well, not many people would go check.
Looks like Redbird's stocking up on some 75 rupee keys. Might as well, since Red Ring is bought. Hints are deceptive, and there's a lot of money up for grabs.
Yeah. I mean, the hints can still be useful to some degree. But it may not be those hints that are useful. But those hints could be lying at the same time, so... Not gonna risk it. And a taking it here at the grave. So, unless it's at the recorder one, just one south. This is... that hint about level 2 is a lie. And it is.
Yeah, but this is where Alcelo picked up all their early hearts, because we had the...
Wait. Is the screen down here considered by the grave? Or is this part of Deadwoods? Oh, it doesn't matter, it doesn't work.
Yeah, Redbird and Chester are going briefly high-fiving, but we got the Redbird finding out about the power bracelet and then just ups and A's and gets out of there since no ladder is in his possession.
Yeah, the only place the level 2 could be, I think, is at the power bracelet spot, but I think that counts as Death Mountain. First quest 7 drains. And it's a secret to everybody for a moderate 28 rupees. Did we ever see our small?
Yeah, it's 8.
Alright, so not the best, but with it being only 1 to 20, it doesn't really get any better.
Let's see, according to chat, according to Z Helper, the screen 1 west of Lost Woods is a part of the grave area. So yes, if that recorder spot had opened up to level 2, that would have been a truthful hint down there.
Okay.
Alstoa getting their Triforce out of 1, so...
And there's the book for Antlers.
Everybody who's found the book has decided to pick it up. It just, and gets bopped by his own fire a couple times for his trouble, but hey, he's got all the maps now.
Me the version by the Lost Hills, I think that one's a lie. There's our blue ring, and it's a little price of 250 rupees. Every guy gonna go ahead and stock up. Yeah, that is an absolutely that's a bad hand, because that's by a lake, is where our white sword was.
And Chester's in a dungeon. I don't think we've seen this dungeon yet, but we got a map coming up.
Yeah, that's 3.
Never mind.
Chest doesn't have the book yet. Has not found 4.
I thought that palette was different than some of the other ones we saw.
There might be some color differences in between different players.
Redbird checking out the... Better be careful, but checking up the northeastern quadrant of Hyrule right now.
Yeah, a single quarter heart keeping him alive. Ironically, I think he would buy a heart if he found a shop that had one.
Yeah,
because that's essentially buying 4 hearts at that point.
Yeah, and we haven't found the letter yet, so potion shops are not in play.
We did find the letter, actually.
Oh, we did. Oh, whoops.
It's right here.
How about that? Cheshire with the silvers.
Also is currently on the white sword screen right now, for those wondering. A human has a magic key by the grave. That's a lie. So the hints are being very deceptive tonight. I try to prove of that. Bunch of liars. Isn't the old man today? And we have found level 6, all the way up at the vanilla the first quest white sword.
Well, at least Redbird can reset the dungeon and get a little bit of health back before he starts doing a dive.
Yeah, we got darkness here as well. So at least the more dangerous enemies are in there, confined to their dungeons. That's nice, at least. We didn't get too much shuffling. It looks like it was just the moblins got interchanged with, I think, Gorias.
So far, but we do have those second quest red bubbles bouncing around in level 6, so that's going to add to the pressure.
Yeah, but there's at least a few blue bubbles mixed in. Thanks, game. We already found Manhandla.
Yeah, I think level 3 is almost everybody's found at this. Yeah, everybody's found level 3 at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, there's about to be the last of our feature 4 to get silver arrows, and we haven't mentioned it yet, but there's more than these 4 runners doing this race. There's about 14, so when we get down to whoever wins it first, we'll announce the winner, but until then, we're going to keep it just to these 4.
Oh yeah, we have enough to do right now, just keeping track of these 4 as they've taken completely different paths this entire run.
Yes. Matter of fact, there's 3 different dungeons again. We're seeing some Death Mountain checks too on Asoa's end.
Yeah, Alsoa did not get the red ring out of level 1, it looks like, since we have the Triforce, but it's still wearing that pink tunic that he started out with.
And Chester is now in 4, getting the book. It's gonna help a lot of us figure out where it's. Oh yeah, we have Gyptos in the overworld. There they are.
And Tektites in the dungeons too.
Yep. So we have Moblins. Well, that means we have. I guess Gorias are in the overworld. I haven't seen them yet. The Stalfos. Oh! That's how Alsoa got the Triforce. It was in one of the Stalfos, but it was on the outside Stalfos, so Redbird could have just chose to respawn them until the Triforce appeared on the outer ring.
Well, that makes sense. Though maybe he's just banking on the idea that he won't need that particular Triforce to get in the 9.
Yeah. So, it's only ladder blocked if it appears on the T.
And we're still looking for that ladder, too. I mean, we've got plenty of places to look for it, because we haven't really found... We haven't found 2, we haven't found 5, we have found 6, but I don't think we've gotten the item out of there yet.
Nope, not yet.
7 hasn't yielded its item, we haven't found 8, and we haven't found 9.
We have found 8, but it's ladder blocked.
Oh, okay.
Most likely.
Well, we haven't done much in 8 yet, I guess.
Yeah, that's more accurate. Because the first thing you're greeted with in 8 was, which I think was the orange dungeon. We didn't have the map at the time. There's 5 though. That's new information. Alsoa is in second quest 7. That is what mixed quest means. Our first half of the dungeons, 1 through 6, are all on the same map, so they're all going to be the same. On the second map, though, is where 7, 8, and 9 are, and with the mixed quest flag on, that second map has been changed to second quest.
And Chester deciding to just tank the Patra and get the Triforce real quick before diving back in to try and find an item.
Makes sense to me. The coast is a convenient warp point as well. And if we are to believe that, Goma's also here on the coast, but I think Goma's not on the coast. That works to hit relating to level 6, so... That's the bomb in their way. Wow, there's just nothing but patches here in level 5. And our item might be ladder blocked. Ooh.
Oh. Plenty of dungeon explore up north, but Patra's going to make you work for it. Let's see how tough they are. About average tough?
Well, they're taking max damage, so... a little tougher.
Yeah, always fun to play with the wand and...
Oh, bet you there didn't work. Ah, that was a max price bomb purchase. And it only yielded you +3. That's what I would like to call a ripoff.
Yeah, but at this point, I don't think they're going to say no, especially since I don't think Chester's come across it yet, but the muggers are asking for bombs for rupees, but he has enough rupees to pay the mugger if he comes across the other one, but the only other one that's been found, they gave up a bomb for it.
Alright, Triforce Staircase here in Redford Grad finds the ladder. A huge, huge find.
Yeah, it's going to be a big advantage for Redbird, especially since that Triforce is right there. He's going to exit out of there pretty quick.
Yes, and more importantly, he got tagged by one of these red bubbles. Gonna get a full heal here from the Triforce, and thus remove the curse, but has to defeat this Armos without a sword.
Makes quick work out of the red Dark Nut there.
Yep. And El Sol gets the Triforce at 7. So that gives us our power bracelet. That gives us access into Second Quest 8. Could also give us one of 2 river locations that are ladder blocked in the overworld that can have level 9. And I think Redford Grad is making a beeline to check those 2 spots.
Might as well, it's right there. You're not going to come back anytime soon if you're not checking these.
Yeah, he's finding his way over here because that one's at the bottom of the arrow. It doesn't look like he was on the right thing. Doesn't matter, it's not there. Second one's right about here. No, ladder's not required for overworld. Well, unless you count the power bracelet.
And in that case, the power bracelet might still be something that we need.
Yeah. And given the fact we have at least 4 minimum some power bracelet caves at the any roads, but a total of 7 possible, I'd say it's worth.
Yeah, absolutely. The recorder, I don't think, has turned up a ton for the players.
Although, actually, now that I think about it, it'd only be potentially 1. Because we did have 2 other power bracelet caves, but they were eaten up by our taking roads.
Well, that's true. So let's think. So are we thinking that the ladder is going to get you the power bracelet, which gets you the raft, which gets you into 9?
I'm gonna cut a few steps out of that. I think the power bracelet is our way to 9.
Chester finding level 6, so this is going to be in his best interest to dive. And with the blue ring bought, that's going to buy him some much needed defense for this dungeon.
Yeah. Difference, of course, being between blue and red. It is blue gives you half defense, red gives you quadruple. Or blue halves damage, red it lowers it by another half. And they don't stack. Red is just superior.
Right, you don't need both. It's not like it's either or. You get the red ring, and then you just don't need the blue ring ever. Also, dancing around that Patra.
Alright, so Redbird's gonna dive level 5 here for the item. This is a different story, of course, with the ladder in hand. can fully explore and find what we are looking for here.
Let's crossing that river. Let's see if it that pays off into the Chevy room. You know, I think another player bombed into the Chevy room from the north there, so I guess those bottom two rooms were not vital for level 5 exploration, but I think they got blocked off from exploring the rest later on, farther north.
Also was the only one that was in 5, took the bomb upgrade and left. Or was it Chest Jerk? I forget.
Chest Jerk, since he's got 11 bombs right now. Looks like Redbird's making the play for the power bracelet. Don't blame him, since a lot of other spots on the overworld have already been searched at this point.
Yeah, I think we're down to power bracelet locations. And of course, Raft. Little accidental swag there on Red Regret and going down the stairs sideways.
Alright. We got a power bracelet. We're in there.
Alright. So yeah, the Vanilla 80 roads are guaranteed power bracelet location. We've already had 2 others eaten up by Take Any roads. First Quest 8 is not an option for a cave.
It would be funny if level 9 is right at the starting location, since that's one of our
There's
our push
level
blocks.
8.
And he says no thank you.
Yeah.
Not when
Level-
there's bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, level 8 is 35 rooms with walk-through walls, 5 transport stations, 2 additional one-way staircases, so which means you can't go back the way you came, 2 item staircases, and yeah, it's a nightmare to navigate. I'd say that Second Quest 8 is worse, far worse than First Quest 7.
Oh yeah, at least in First Quest 7, you're not forced into just single room hallways so much.
And that one's right at the corner. Alright, first power bracelet spot checked, and it is pay me for the door repair charge.
So he just gets out of there and checks one at start.
And at start, it's a secret to everybody. Only some small change.
Ah well. Got a couple more left.
Now, I forget where the last power bracelet spot is. That would be Second Quest. Oh, the Second Quest Letter Cave, of course, on Death Mountain. How could I forget that one? And sadly, we know that level 9 will not be the arrow. That was a door that was in any road, as was Second Quest 5. So it would be Second Quest Letter that has our last potential power bracelet spot. If it's not at the graveyard push block.
Antlers finds the any key in level 5.
Great find! All those key troubles just melt away. It would be nice to have in if the muggers are wanting keys, because that's basically a pass as well.
Yeah, unfortunately we know that's not the case, and Antler's going to pick up the Triforce and just be done with level 5 forever.
And it was just one room north too, that's another thing.
Yeah, Chester was within striking distance of that any key, but he decided to say no thanks after getting a subpar bomb upgrade.
Yeah, there wasn't that much to it. And a much needed upgrade there for Redbird Grad, finding the white sword. And Redbird Grad with 8 keys. Jeez. He's not going to be hurting for keys anytime soon, but Who knows? Maybe that any keys would come into play later.
Also having kind of a rough time in level 6 here, but unfortunately on the right path, he's going to have to do it all over again, but
yeah.
he needs to finish that job if he's going to get the ladder.
Yeah, also, unfortunately, it's the only one of our Feature 4 did not have any sort of defense upgrade. Still on green tunic, even though it looks pink. And there's some hints on Death Mountain. The only hint that would be helpful to Redbird right now is the location of the bow. And maybe also a hint that says sail not to save the princess, or the vice versa. Because that will tell him the raft is right. There's level 9!
Alright, we're going to check to see how many Triforces we need here.
It's a walk-through wall. And we can access level 9. It is at least 4 Triforces. So, we're going to be listening for the roar again, of course. Red candle found in level 9. The bow could be in here. As well our other item. We have 2 transport stations in level 9. A single one-way staircase and 1 more item staircase. But we can walk through walls.
Right now what we're missing is both boomerangs, the raft, the bow, and one other thing, I think, right?
The wrap? You said the wrap? Heart container.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's really, if he finds, if Redbird finds the bow, he's kind of walking away with this.
Yep. Although he might step out briefly to go buy a potion. I don't think he's done that yet. But level 9 is just over by the level 9 shop, really.
Chat right now is hoping for the level 9 raft to find the bow somewhere else.
It could happen. We don't know. But this is looking to be Redbird's RBG's race to lose. Gets the compass, knows that's where Zelda is. Batcher Garden it. Takes the depth to restore his HP.
Now, in terms of information we don't have yet, Antler is diving pretty hard into level 8 right now, so if he comes up with the bow here, that's going to be a big advantage for Antlers.
There's the ladder in level 6 for Chest Jerk. Is now ready to pursue Redbird Grad. And that means Antlers has the... Unless it was a bomb wall to the south. Staircase here. Is it our single one-way or is it one of our 2 transports? It looks to be one of our 2 transports.
Yeah, I guess Antlers did end up getting stymied. He got a little bit farther into 8, but got blocked.
Alright, reverse C room. This one could potentially be an item drop and a push block. There are a few of those that exist in level 7. No item drop, so it could be a push. It is not a push. Chest Jerk almost dying with the power basin in hand. Or before even getting it. This is the redive for Chest Jerk in 1. Turnstile room here for Redbird Grad.
Yeah, Chest Jerk didn't find that floor drop. He is only going to get the red ring out of this, but he is much more well equipped to take out that blue Wizrobe room than he was before.
Oh, there's red bubbles. A lot of red bubbles for Redbird Grad. There's no way he could have escaped without losing his sword. Thankfully, these enemies in the dungeon seem to be on the Dark Nut set. So, Red Regret does have the one as a backup. Which is going to be a good thing for him in the long run. Push block here in level 9. Second item staircase. It is the scrap metal! Level 9 does not have the bow. We need to go elsewhere.
Alright, so right now we're down to 3 places that that bow could be, which is going to be level 2, level 7, or level 8.
That's correct. Red ring now for chest jerk. Probably killing himself a little bit, but at least he has that extra defense. And a ton of health to back it up. Well, potential health. So, level 2 is one of the ones we haven't found yet. Red Regret's about to get the any key, so that means, in terms of dungeon exploration, he will be golden.
Yeah, and I haven't really been tracking the whole map right here, so like, I'm not sure what we're missing in terms of overworld exploration. But, you know, the recorder hasn't turned up a whole lot, the power bracelet hasn't turned up a whole lot yet. And I think most of those places have been checked.
Yeah, 2 locations left. Graveyard, or Akenny Road, and Second Quest Letter over on Death Mountain. Which is in the upper left corner of the map. In that, nook of 4 squares that is also where Second Quest 9 is normally. And it's actually cheaper to buy 2 blues than it is to buy a red. 27 times 2 is a simple math of
54.
54, so it's 5 rupees cheaper. Had to think there a little bit. I haven't done multiplication in a while.
That's fine. Alright, so Alstoa picking up an unnecessary Triforce in 6, but he doesn't know how many he needs yet. Unfortunately, he didn't get the ladder, probably got bubbled, so he's got to go all the way back through the whole dungeon to find the ladder.
Were there also wizards in level 6? That might be trouble. There's the ending key for Red Regret. And they're saying no to the ladder. So yeah, we have seen 7, but we haven't got the item in 7.
And 7 was explored pretty thoroughly, so I'm not exactly sure what was preventing them from getting it, unless there's a Goma block, and that would imply that the bow is not in 7.
Well, Red Regret knows that it is a minimum of 4 Triforces here. And Chester is in 9. We know that this is not the play, but he's gonna dive in for a little while all the same.
Yeah, level 9, and once you find it, you don't want to just pass it up. You gotta find out if you can complete it right then or not. And it says no to that red candle. That's not what he's looking for.
Don't blame him. Little does he realize he's not gonna find what he's looking for at all in here. As we know that... Sorry, go on. And, I'll answer that question, Chad. This is an anniversary. Yes, it's one of the base options you can have.
Yeah, for the Elite 8 seeds, they're not gonna let these people off the hook. And we got the hint, Aquamanus waits with the red ring. That's true. Gleeok returns with the red heart container. What is that, 5?
Yes, and Joango Joe's the wrap. Okay, so if these hints are true, I'm gonna mark them with a question mark in my notes here.
Yeah, so
That means our bow is in either level 7 here on Redbird Grads, or it's in level 8. But that assumes if that old man was not lying to us. The raft could actually the raft could be in level 7 for all we know. Staircase here for Redbird Grad. And Elsoa's about to check.
Yeah, all the runners hopping out of 9 real quick to see if they get a free bomb wall, but that just confirms that's a walkthrough wall right at the beginning of the dungeon.
And just a reminder, folks, deceptive hints are on. Do not trust the fact we have bow and 8 by process of elimination. Here, we could be in 7, and still. And the 2 hints we got could be lying to us. For all we know, the raft could not be in 2, but in fact in 7. And our bow could be in level 2.
Yeah, I don't think Elsoa went back for that ladder, because it was all the way at the end of 6, so that would have been a really painful grab to get, but could be necessary.
Might as well be considered necessary. Very rarely do you not need the ladder. It's just too useful a tool to pass up. And Reverie is still digging out the 7. The item is buried pretty deep. He's checking the tail. Gets a mugger. Can't afford it, but she's gonna pay the bomb. Just poke a hole in that bag and move on.
Yeah, at least Redbird did buy one of those bomb upgrades.
A turnstile room. But he can't get through it. I mean, he could have with a block clip, but that's a moot point. But I think Chess is gonna be checking. Yeah, he's gonna check the north way here. Yeah, there's nothing for us here.
This item in 7 has been super elusive. We've seen some pretty deep digs into here so far.
Yeah. I think this is the most thorough dig, though. And this could be the item room right here, just to kill the enemies. And I think that's what he's figured out. Beast ways northwest is cold, that could be a lie.
Yeah, Chest Jerk would like the knowledge of where Ganon is, however, can't kill him yet.
Yeah. Need to find that boat, which could be anywhere. Oh, we found Zelda's room. She's apparently wandering around Ganon's dungeon. Staircase here for Redbird Grad. It is a transport. Make sure to tag a blue ball on the way out. Another staircase. I don't think we've seen this one. It's our item. It's the bow! Redbird Grad is in go mode at 59 minutes and change.
There we go. That was a tough dig.
And that means we have a full item rundown for you, as far as we know. So let me go ahead and give that to you, folks, rapid fire style. Level 1 had the 1 and the red ring. Level 3 have the silver arrows. Level 2, we don't know. We have a hint that could be lying to us that it's a raft. Level 4 had our book. Level 5, the key. Level 6, the ladder. Level 7, the bow. Level 7, or level 8, his items are unknown, but through hints and proclamation, we can decipher that it's the boomerang or the heart container. But that information could be lied. There's Ganon's room in level 9, where the magic boomerang and the red candle lie. The coast item was the power bracelet. The white sword item was the white sword, and the armor item was the recorder.
Yeah, the items unaccounted for by sight are the
boomerang,
boomerang, the heart container, and the raft.
And we have deceptive hints telling us raft into heart container in 8, which puts the other boomerang in level 8. But for all we know, those could be a lie. But those 3 items are in those 2 dungeons regardless.
And considering that we haven't found the raft or level 2, there is an okay chance that the raft is in level 8, which would require level 2 to be on a raft spot somewhere.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody checked all the way up in Northwest Death Mountain or not, so I don't think we've covered 100% of the overworld yet, non-raft, but at this point it's not that important.
No, we have not been up by where Second Quest 9 is at all. So with the white sword in hand, it is a maximum of 8 slashes to kill little Ganon. Could be as little as 6, if I'm doing my math right.
Yeah, so it's plus or minus 4 divided by 2, so we got a white sword.
That's right. And for those wondering, well, that means it could be as high as 10, right? No, Ganon's health can never go higher than its base of 15. It can only go lower.
Right. So if you got 11, divide that by 2. That's 6 hits at minimum. At minimum.
Yes, and 8 is always going to be the maximum. There's no walking around that.
Antlers completed his dive of level 6 and got rewarded with the ladder. Checking the river spot, so I'll probably double back to the power bracelet spot eventually. What would be interesting if he... let's see, well, he's been all over 7, but didn't find the bow. So finding level 9 isn't going to be all that helpful yet, so might still be trying to find the power bracelet spots before he gets on the final path we need to.
And a game over for Redbird Grad. Taking a death here. Gonna try again. And just a reminder to you folks, the entry to Ganon's level 9 today was at least 4 Triforce pieces. We never were able to check with anything less. So if it's any more than... Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. But so if it's any more, we don't know.
There was a question in chat. With this flag set, yes, you could find the important items in level 9. You know, and under this particular set of flags. So not being go mode, yeah, you could walk around level 9. It's worth your time most of the time. But since we know at this point that's Red Candle and the Magic Boomerang, it's not really worth your while unless you're in go mode.
Yes, and Red Regret is in go mode, having the bow in level 7. We know level 9 has the Magic Boomerang and the Red Candle.
Redbird also have the advantage of having the compass.
Antler's finding the bow immediately. Not wasting any time. He's in go mode. And it's time to fight the pig for Redbird Grad. This is not an easy room to fight in, though.
No, I don't think anybody wants to fight.
It's unlocked. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Low HP Ganon. And that's GG, because he's 2 rooms away from the prince. Yeah, 2 rooms away. There she is. Get your GZs in chat for Redbird Grad, who has finished in first in the restream and in first overall with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 4 minutes, 25 seconds. GG.
So yeah, once all those pieces came into place, that seed ended very quickly for Redbird.
And we still don't know how many Triforces to get in 9. We at least know it was 4.
Yeah, and with everybody having 4 or more Triforces, we can't prove anything else, so it could have been 0 for all we know, but at most, the requirement was 4 Triforces tonight. Chester checking those Death Mountain spots that we were speculating earlier, and it's a whole lot of nothing so far.
And we are now joined by Redbird Grad. GG you, sir. This was a race to begin with. The real thing was you were the first to find that bow. Very well done diving that 7.
Yeah, I kind of metagamed it because everybody knows me in 7, and I'm like, well, if someone gets a field, someone's going to go, so I might as well go too.
Yes. Now, we did get a couple of hints to allude to, but we really don't know what's in 2 or 8. Based on the hints we got, which I will admit are deceptive, so take this with a grain of salt. Raft in 2, Heart Container in 8, which puts, by default, the Boomerang in level 8 as well.
Yeah, those sound legit, because I'm looking at my item tracker, and I had everything but 2 and those were outstanding for me as well, so I think those are legit.
Well, we just found level 2 here on Chester's Den, so maybe we'll get some truth to this.
Where was 2 at?
All the way in Death Mountain, that's where Chester was quite recently.
Yeah.
Because Ganon's dungeon was at the shop, but you know, I think you had to go a little bit farther out of your way than that.
And it was quite interesting that it was 4 Triforces to enter level 9 at least, so we don't know if it was less or not, unfortunately. You also were the first one to find level 9 too, which gave you another huge advantage.
Yeah, I don't like to check East Death Mountain unless I have both the Recorder and the Power Bracelet, because you've got one of each of those spots on there, but since I had both, the seed gave me both, I went to East before West.
Run away there, chest jerk. You don't want to deal with, what was that, 10 blue wizrobes? The wizard pack was in 2. Oh boy.
Did everybody pull a red ring?
No.
Everyone except Alsoa. Alsoa died trying to get it.
And Chester made a couple passes to level 1 before getting that red ring. He got the blue ring first, and then went back for the red ring.
Yeah, that level 1 set the combat for the seed up to be very, very simple with Wand and Red Ring.
And that's a hint that just lies to you in level 2. Go increase to the book. I've never seen that before. So, Revergrab, there was a rupee boss at level 2, and it was also on a room.
Wait, what? You cut out. What'd you say?
It was a level 2. There was a level 2 had a rupee boss, but it was also in a leader room. So it grabbed 1 rupee and it just died.
Nice. I haven't seen that live either.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah, Alsoa's getting the business right now, trying to dig all the way back through 6 to get that ladder. He still doesn't know what that item is, but he's trying and trying again.
It lied. The hint for the raft lied. Well, now we know for sure. I can give you guys a true item rundown now. And I think I'll do just that. So, folks, now that we actually know where all the items are... So, level 1 had the wand in the red ring. Level 2 had the boomerang, as we now have found in Chester. The raft hint was a lie. Level 3 had the silver arrows. Level 4 had the book. Level 5, the any key. Level 6 had the ladder. Level 7 had our bow, which Revergrab was the first one to find. Level 8, the hint was true at least for the heart container, but the raft is also in level 8. Level 9 had the magic boomerang and the red candle. The coast item was the power bracelet. The armormost item was the recorder. And the white sword was the white sword at 5 hearts, I might add. True vanilla.
I was kind of bummed when I found it because I'm like, man, that was sitting there that entire time. I felt like I was one of the last people that could have found that sword.
Yeah, so I guess just in your opinion, with the layout of the items and just like where certain drops were, how do you feel combat was overall this seed for you?
I think without the red ring, this would have been a very heavy combat seed, but because you're able to tank a lot of the rooms, like the required room that you had to do, I think was required in 7, that was before the bow, it had red bubble in it, and or a couple red bubbles in it, and just some heavy combat. I think it would have been pretty difficult, but I mean, just the game just gets so easy with that red ring, it really wasn't a problem then, and really it was once you get the silvers out of 3, it's just find the bow. And you just want to maximize your chance of getting it, so you go to the easier dungeons and then leave the harder ones for later.
Yeah, unfortunately the muggers were not that nice to you. Also, I'm not sure if you bought the bomb upgrade, but I'm glad you didn't.
No, I bought one. We had so much money this seed. I bought a bomb upgrade. I bought the meat. I bought probably 4 keys. I bought a ton of stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately those bomb upgrades were not really worth your money. You paid extra for one less. And there's Antlers finding the pigs. Second one of our feature 4 to do so. And it is a low HP Ganon too. Only 7 hits if I did my counting right.
Unfortunately, Antlers has not found the compass, so it does not know that Zelda's just 2 rooms to the south. Let's see if he finds his way there quickly or not.
Probably gonna check this out, considering he might have came in from... Yeah, he came in from the south. He's gonna find Zelda.
Yeah, okay. The shutter door opens right up, and he's going to be our second runner, featured runner to complete tonight.
And Chester Kravitz was tried for the late, but GG's to Antlers, who finished in second with a time of 1:11:25. GG. We'll get him in here for a little bit.
Yeah, so Redbird, I've noticed that, you know, going from brackets with kind of high chances of not getting a whole lot of money to getting the first quest economic level with the 3 large secrets. Have you found many poverty seeds in this Elite 8 set?
No, that's a really good observation, because once you realize you're going back to first quest money, you know that you can buy things liberally once you find them. Like early on, you can have the money for a candle. You don't want to spend money south of a candle until you get that. But then you can start buying keys. You can buy the bait when you find the early bait shop. You can buy pretty much what you want. So that's a great observation, is that once you get into the Elite 8 flags, it's a little tougher combat-wise, but the money actually loosens up a little bit.
And we are now joined by Antlers. GG's to you as well. So, the bow kind of tripped you up there, and so did the red ring a bit. But other than that, this was actually pretty good to see, I would say. Well, maybe not with that ladder being where it was. Looks like Antlers does not able to respond to us just yet, so we'll hold off on this for now. Oh, there we go. I hear typing.
Not coming in quite yet. Also taking an unfortunate death over in level 5. Unfortunately, not in the right dungeon right now. I guess he hasn't gotten that any key yet, which makes sense considering it says he has 3 keys. So not finding the not digging for the right item yet.
Yeah. You know, I'm curious. Now. I wonder how many Triforce it was to get in level 9. It was actually a free cave. You could just... Someone could just start up the scene and figure it out.
I'm sorry, what was that? Were you asking me something? I apologize.
I just remembered that level 9 was technically a free cave. You could just go straight to it and figure out how many Triforces for us.
Yeah, you could have, but like the routing of this seed never led you to Death Mountain. There was only one anti-road that took you up there, but you were checking like the Armos, and then the actual Armos that had our item was the one south of that. So like nothing ever said go to Death Mountain right away. The levels are pretty free and easy as far as finding them. Just nothing led you up there, so it's kind of out of the way.
Yeah. Although I was actually, asking you to see if what it was, you could easily check it, is what I'm saying.
Oh, for sure. Go check real quick. Hold on 1 second.
All right.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed that we found that recorder like first thing in the seed and it ended up just not really leading to much significant.
Oh no. It looks like, yes. Unfortunately, folks, Alsoa has forfeited. I will go ahead and ask if Alsoa wants to talk about it, but GG's to him. Put on a good show for us at least.
Yeah, that was getting tough there. I mean, getting to the end of 6 over and over again, that's going to be kind of going to wear down your stamina after a while. And that was just a tough dungeon to deal with.
Yeah, we'll see.
Meanwhile, Chester getting all the way to the end of the spiral over in level 8 right now.
Unfortunately dying.
Redbird's doing us the courtesy of doing the hard climb back up the Death Mountain to check on...
Yeah. Unfortunately, those gorillas are not going to be nice to him.
No.
Nice dodge, though.
Whew, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how far behind you guys are, but it's wide open.
It's 0?
It's 0.
We're
I
just
made
about
it.
to find that out, yeah. How about
Wow. Okay, so this could have been a very free seed. This was literally get your items and go.
If I remember right, you can get a free candle too right here.
Yeah.
If you don't die, hold on.
that? Yeah, I think Red Candle is like, what, one room to the east?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one room in.
Oh.
Yeah, but who's going to go out of their way, honestly, without knowing it's there?
Alright. It looks like, unfortunately,
Aw.
Antlers is having mic troubles.
Okay, I think Redbird's gonna give that an honest second shot there. It's just some spikes guarding the diamond staircase there.
Now I got 3 deaths on my file name, so I appreciate y'all.
You died for science.
But we made it 3 hearts, green tunic, no sword up there.
Yeah, Redbird, thank you for showing us that it was open in level 9. So this literally was just, it was essentially just get your bow, get your silvers, and go.
Yeah, good luck getting that bow.
And Chestrick manages to get that heart container out of 8. Now, for what it's worth, he could make a play for a magical sword. I think he found it in that screen 1 north to the vanilla wood sword location, so it'll be interesting if he doubles back there at some point.
Yes. So while we're waiting on Chestrick here to continue checking this level 8 here, I want to announce that we do have a 3rd place finisher in Captain Green 7 who finished a couple minutes ago with a time of 1:16:26. So we do have our 3 quote-unquote podium positions of this weekly race filled in.
And on that, Wolf Leak and Country Guy, thank you very much for commentating. Thanks, P Gaming, for hosting and everything like that. I appreciate you guys taking your night out to do this. Thank you so much.
Yes, and thank you for showing us how many Triforce there was to get in level 9.
Yeah, thanks for the entertainment. That was a good run.
Yeah, have a good night, Redbird Grad. Thank you
good
for
night, guys.
coming in
Take
for
it easy.
commentary. Once again, folks, shout outs to Redbird Grad for putting on an excellent race. Get some GGs once again for him. And we'll see if we can fix Antlers' mic situation here. And
Another staircase in level 8, and it's more transportation.
And can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I don't know
There
what
we go.
the deal
GG.
was. Sorry about that, guys. And sorry about the push-to-talk issue there.
It's fine. So the tripping point here, I think, was the red ring for you, like I was saying. Also, while you were gone, we did have Red Regret conveniently check for us the entry to level 9 because it was a free cave. Those Triforces you have, not required. None of them.
Yeah. So when RBG finished, I think I had just found the bow. And when I saw that he had finished, I was like, he really right-wayed this, or 9 is completely open. But yeah, I think honestly the big thing for me was I wasted too much time in level 7 at the beginning, and then I wasted some time in level 3 as well. That was probably the difference. The red ring, I mean that I got that relatively early.
Yeah, so did Red Regret. Red Regret was relatively fast on the red ring, relatively fast on finding the ladder and the bow and the silvers. Was also the first one to find level 9 and dove it and found both items relatively fast as well.
Really? So he found both items in level 9.
Yes, it was the
Wow.
It was the magic boomerang and the red candle. Red candle was actually one to the right of when you would find out that it was an open floor level 9. There was literally no
Okay.
Triforce requirement at this seed.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Man, he must have been flying then if he had time to do all that.
Oh yeah. He didn't even check the power base locations, which didn't yield much.
Yeah, I mean, outside of the raft spots and West Death Mountain, I pretty much full cleared this overworld, and I might as well have full cleared West Death Mountain as well because I miscounted my bombs up there. I was planning on forcing a drop, but I miscounted, so I wasted a bunch of time up there as well. I had forgotten about that.
Yeah. Speaking of bombs, that bomb merchant was kind of rude.
He gave me 3. Honestly, I just wanted the refill at that point because I couldn't find them anywhere else. Nothing was dropping for me.
And Chester has found the raft.
And he's burning it and stabbing it.
Where is that? 8?
It was an 8.
Okay.
And there was a hint for it to be 2, actually. That was a lie.
Yeah, I never found 2. 2's the only dungeon I never found.
2 was also on Death Mountain, and it was our boomerang. Lord Banana.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't find it then. But I got a hint for it being in the grave, so I kind of prioritized checking the grave, just because 2's a pretty quick, easy dungeon to find.
Yeah, but, that was unfortunately a lie.
Well, yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day, a grave check is just as good as a check anywhere else. And honestly, I had the recorder. I don't think there was a single recorder spot that outside of the ones that had to be that had anything that like were even a cave. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there was not a single recorder spot outside of level 2, first quest level 2, and
there
the
was
Recorder Lake that was a spot.
Yeah, the only one that was ever guaranteed though is first quest is second quest 2.
I think it's first quest 2, and then Recorder Lake also is guaranteed.
Yeah, first quest 2, second quest 3. Yeah.
Yep. Red Ring, I see a question from also in chat about Red Ring.
Red Ring was in the Blue Wizard room you died in also, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Everyone else picked it up.
No, the red candle was free at level 9 if you took the insane path to Death Mountain to get there and just kind of go for it.
Yeah, level 9 required no Triforces today. And I'll just go ahead and recap for anyone just tuning in here. So, the wand and red ring were level 1. Level 2 had a boomerang. Level 3 had the silvers. Level 4 had the book. Level 5 had the any key. Level 6 had our ladder, which was relatively deep, I might add. Level 7 had the bow. Level 8 had the raft and the heart container. Level 9, the magic boomerang and the red candle. And vanilla white sword, true vanilla white sword. Armos had the recorder, and the Kojan was a power bracelet.
Yeah, basically that pretty much sums it up. That level 7, I had spent so much time in there early that that was the first place I went after I found that ladder. I could have gone to 8, but I figured, you know, I've dedicated so much time to this level 7 and I know exactly where the item is. I might as well see what that is first, and luckily it ended up being the bow.
Yeah. It wasn't that deep in level 7 either. It was that in the center part, and that was like within the first 3 staircases, wasn't it?
Well, no, it's pretty deep. I mean, you have to, so there's no staircase that gets you there. You start at the very end of the tail, and I'm looking at where Chester's at right now. It's one room above where he is. Oh no, he's going away from it. And there's no other path to get there. You have to go, hopefully he checks north. Oh no, he's going away from it. But yeah, there's only one path, and you can. Well, I never tried bombing south from the room he's in. Yep. So you have to go through that river room to get to it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a while before he makes it back there. I'm thinking, unfortunately.
There were a lot of complicated dives in the 7 before, the one true path was found. This turnstile room was just kind of confounding to a lot of people, too.
Yeah, it turned out to be optional, too, because it just... That one staircase right at the start just led you to the other side of it, really. A couple minutes ago, though, we should probably mention that Sis Crusher, has finished in 4 for the time of 140-24-39.
Nice, GG.
Yep.
So does this mean that the ladder wasn't required at all? Because with 0 Triforces being required, I don't think you needed the ladder to get the Triforce or the
No,
Silver.
Ladder was required for bow.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I missed that
And given the fact that Ganon was in a Chevy room, you might as well have required the ladder anyway.
part. Oh, good point.
Because
Okay.
You can go. You can make it through the west. I mean, there was an entrance from the west, and I mean, you can do that. But it's difficult, but especially with the red ring, and I had a potion. You know, most people with red ring and potion will be able to get that down.
Well, yeah, but in terms of just fighting Ganon with as many footholds as possible, the ladder was kind of necessary.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely makes it a lot easier for sure. But yeah, you aren't getting that bow without the ladder.
I think Chester's getting kind of turned around in level 7 here. Find another transport staircase. Now it's right in the middle of the shoot room in 7 after a one-way staircase.
Yeah, he's gonna full clear it like I did.
Yeah, he's down to one room left, so he knows where it is. And we do have a couple more finishers coming in. The Zarnax at 5th with 127.18, and just now, Fred Coughlin himself finishing at 6th with 127.44. So yeah, the field is slowly thinning here. This seed was really pretty much decided by the red ring and your combat against the blue Wizrobes in 1.
Yeah, I mean, finding that red ring early is huge. There was a ton of combat in the seed.
Yeah.
And finding the wand early really helped. I'm guessing RBG probably found the white sword way before I did, so that I'm sure helped him quite a bit.
Actually, he found the sword relatively late, if I recall right.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, I know. Like, I found the white sword right before I went into level 9. At that point, all it really helped me with was Ganon. But yeah, I figured he probably would have found that quite a bit earlier. But
yeah. And there's the Boba Chester now in go mode.
Location.
Or actually, is he in go mode? I don't recall him. He's bombing it, burning it, blowing the flute. He really doesn't like the fact that it was so deep in level 7. Yeah, he's just burning all his bombs on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just such a troll spot for it to be.
But with that, Chester is in go mode. Needs to go buy more bombs, though.
Hey, cheap bombs today.
Yeah, you only had 2 ruby bombs, and the money on the sea was fairly nice as well.
Yeah, the money helped quite a bit. I had so much money toward the end that I bought a few cheap hints, which didn't end up helping me at all.
No.
But,
I think we sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there. I think we only found the one hint shop, though.
yeah, as opposed to like helpful hints, where the hints are more valuable the earlier in the seed you get them. In Deceptive, they're more valuable late in the seed, because late in the seed, the later in the seed that you are, the more likely they are to be accurate.
Yeah, because at that point you know which ones are fake and which ones are not.
Right. As long as you can't rule it out, if you've got a 50-50 shot of it being accurate based on what you know already, then that makes it way higher than 50-50 for it to be right, because it was already 50-50 to begin with, just on the virtue of it being a hint.
Yeah.
So you usually will take that and like make your play based on that.
So Antlers, I'm going to pose this question to you. So I asked this to Redbird grad. So there's a lot more money up for grabs in these Elite 8 seeds. What with the the 3 large secrets in the overworld. Have you run any or many Elite 8 seeds that actually have been kind of poor in terms of money?
It's hard to say. It's not. I don't recall having many money issues in many of the Elite 8 flags, and that's more due to the fact, in my opinion, that you're not saving for hints really at all. I mean, some, like in rare cases you buy them, like I did tonight, if they're cheap and you don't have anything else to spend your money on.
I don't mean to cut you off here real quick, but GG's to Chest Jerk, who is now finished in 7th place with an official SRL time of 1:31:25. GG's to him, and GG's to all of our featured 4 for putting on a good show for us. And sorry, and you may now continue, Antlers. We'll see.
Oh no, it's totally fine. That's way more important for sure. But yeah, I was pretty much done. I mean, that's the reason I haven't really run into much in the way of money issues, just because you can't. I mean, you're not saving up for hints, so that really helps you with the money situation. Plus, you've got first quest secrets. It's not difficult at all. I think the money is less important in these seeds, or less restrictive in these seeds, even than it is, or than it was in the Swiss. Just because in the Swiss you were saving up for hints.
Yeah, it seems to be just the money helps us, just helping you keep your resources stocked, which was not hard in this seed. The potions were fairly cheap.
Yeah, that's why, I mean, you saw me buy, I think, 2 keys pretty early. I'm sure Redbird probably bought keys, unless he found level 5 right away.
You bought like 4.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no reason not to, really.
And I see Chester waiting for us to join, so let's pull him in, shall we? GG's and congratulations on your 4th place victory here on the restream. Good job with that seed. That bow, unfortunately, you've ended quite a bit there.
That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. Would you like to know how many Triforce is required to enter level 9?
Honestly, no, not really. But you can go ahead and tell me.
0.
0?
It was a free.
Okay.
It was a free 9.
Oh, I don't think there was anything free about it, to be perfectly honest.
Well, you didn't need any resources to even enter level 9. You could even gone and got the red candle if you so wanted to.
Yeah, that would have been nice if you happened to venture up there with nothing else.
Yeah, I didn't find it till I mean, it was the last cave that I found. I basically, outside of West Death Mountain, full cleared the overworld. So it was pretty much just looking for 9 at the end for me. Luckily,
yeah,
I'm glad I didn't find it right off the bat.
Yeah, but I full cleared everything. Everything. Yeah. Literally everything.
Yeah, last
the bow, it was literally in the last possible spot it could possibly be.
Yeah, last locations are not fun, trust me.
Nope.
I have last location stuff in Link to the Past. It's even worse there.
I'm giving up on RBG's advice about never digging 7, because every time I don't dig 7, that's where the item is.
Well, he ignored his advice this time.
Ah, so that's his game. Good to know.
Yeah,
But
see,
I do want to at least thank you though, Chester. You managed to lock in where our items were.
Oh,
we weren't
hey.
sure.
That's what I'm here for.
Because we didn't know where the boomerang was or the raft or the heart container. We knew that they were in those last 2 dungeons, but we didn't know the order. And
Well,
you finding it in the boomerang in 2. Which, by the way, we had a hint that it said the raft was in 2, which lied to us.
There were an awful lot of false hints. I think I saw 5 on the coast. I think that may have literally been the only true hint that I found.
and I don't know if you noticed, Chester, but another rude thing about the seed was we're pretty positive that it gave you that free recorder, and then not a single recorder spot on the overworld outside of the ones that had to be were actual caves.
I believe you are correct. That's pretty funny.
I was like, do I have the right seed here? Like, did I get the flags wrong?
Yeah, most of the recorder spots were just duds.
Yeah, it was just Vanilla 2 and Recorder Lake. Besides that, all the other ones were not spots.
Yeah, the money was fairly good, and the bombs were really cheap.
Yeah, but it was the rare shop.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, that was the only bomb shop.
And I didn't find that till like after I was already in go mode, I think. So
I found it with 0 money, so I couldn't even buy the bombs.
Oof.
And then got the secret, and then got the 8 rupee secret in the vanilla letter cave, and then died on the way back to the shop.
oh no.
Classic.
Ouch.
Classic.
Well, at least the money was at least good in the seed.
Yeah, if nothing else.
Yeah. Although, let's not talk about the bomb upgrade prices. Those are rude. And their contents weren't that good either.
I couldn't get a bomb drop. I went through at least a 20-minute bomb drop drought in the middle somewhere.
Well,
pretty
the
ridiculous.
upgrades were 125 rupees for plus
For 3. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I bought one, and I would have bought the second one if I had the money for it, because I literally had nothing else to spend money on.
Yeah, I was right there with you, Chester. I bought it literally not caring at all what it was going to be, but I just could not get a drop from anything. So it
was so weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how many orange wizrobes I killed, but they were not dropping bombs in this seed. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I was so sure. I was so sure that the 5 blue wizrobe room in 1 with the room drop. I was really hoping that was an important item. And it was, in a way, but not required. That was disappointing. But hey, GG, and thanks for the restream, thanks for the commentary, and that's it for me.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many other people will have come across. We do have at least a couple more finishers here. Fry T with the time of 135 flat, and Adirondack Rick 137.59. So you weren't the only one tripped up by that last location, Bo, it seems.
That's a little bit comforting.
I think people are actually probably tripped up by the thing. Although I will humor you with this. That white sword was true vanilla, and that was just hilarious.
Nice. I didn't even try it 4, I don't think.
No one tried it 4 that we were aware of. But it was 5 hearts. But yeah, GG's you, Chester, Antlers, and GG's to all of our, once again, to also and Shredder, our featured 4 here tonight. Make sure to give them all a follow here on Twitch. We're putting on an excellent race for us here on the weekly race. While you're at it, make sure to give my co-commentator and the tracker of this race, Country right here, a follow. And of course, we are on the Speed Gaming Network. Make sure to give Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming's 2 through 6 a follow. There's a ton of races going on, not just Zelda 1. And if you are more comfortable listening to German, French, or Spanish commentary, we do offer those here on Speed Gaming for you, if you so choose. Well, I think that's going to do it for this tonight. So, from all of us here at the Zelda 1 Randomizer community, I have been Wolfling0370, and we shall see you all next time, and thank you for watching. Have a good night, everyone!
Take care, everybody.